Hey, all, really excited to be joined by Brennan Lodge. Brennan is a founder of his own company, but he also helped us get Deep Tempo off the ground last year. He's now an advisor here. He's now leading security at Manhattan Institute in New York. Done a lot of amazing things in security, and I couldn't be happier to be joined by Brennan today to talk about the state of security and what he sees in 2025 and more. So welcome, Brennan.
Yeah, thanks, Evan. Really appreciate it. Um, I'm Brennan Lodge, Director of Information Security at Manhattan Institute, also founder at Logic, and I do some AI cybersecurity research. Been in the industry 15 or so years, mostly in cybersecurity. Started out working in the trenches in the SOC. I've worked for global enterprises, big banks of the likes of Goldman Sachs, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, Bloomberg, and a few other places. Built AI-driven threat detection solutions, did threat intelligence, managed the SOC. And continue to thrive and work in this industry. So where are we today? I feel like we're at a breaking point, and what can we do about it? We're continuing to lose the cyber war as defenders. Attackers are winning, and the cyber threats have never been more sophisticated. They're also scalable, and now you throw in AI into the mix, and you really see some key challenges that stand out. You've got a massive attack surface growth. You've got AI augmented attacks now. And of course, resource burnout or SOC burnout, analyst burnout, however you want to pitch it. Enterprises, telcos, governments are struggling to keep up. And security teams are overwhelmed, leading to almost trillions in financial losses these days. So it's pretty clear legacy security tools can't keep up, and we need a new way to fight back. So how does Deep Tempo fit into the mix? And we're not just talking about AI, we're talking about building it. The log LM model, or log language model, is the foundation model for cyber threat detection. And it transforms how organizations detect, respond, and be efficient with incidents that comes with context. Right. So not only finding that needle in a haystack, but having an understanding of what it is and how to go about thwarting that attack. So a little bit about log LM, why it matters. It's purpose built. Unlike general AI, log LM understands network logs, attacks, threat patterns, and gives that context. The self-supervised learning doesn't really rely on rules or signatures, which can be cumbersome for security engineers, but it detects anomalies in real time. It's fast, it's smart, and puts up a good defense, like the Eagles just did in the Super Bowl. So, log LM, spot the threats before they escalate, map incidents to MITRE ATT&CK for rapid response. That's it in a nutshell. So, we've got to keep evolving, evolve with Deep Tempo, help your enterprise, telco, your government, that it now is the time to embrace AI-driven security before attackers continue to outpace us. So, want to learn more? Check out deeptempo.ai. You can also follow me, Brennan Lodge, on LinkedIn. Check out my AI research, and thanks for watching. Let's build a smarter, more resilient future together with Deep Tempo AI.
Yeah. So, Brennan, thank you for that. Thank you for the thank you again for all the work thus far. I am tempted to pull out a football metaphor, but something about two gap defenses. But maybe unpack a little bit. Yeah, what have you seen in terms of the shift away from, if there is one, signature-based detections specifically? I know you've built ML-based systems and deployed. What do you see around, and what are your thoughts about signature-based detections in 2025?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think you can get rid of them. They're there for a purpose, and that's to block, prevent, warn about a particular attack and signature. But again, those signatures are for an attack at a certain period of time, a particular vulnerability that has come out. Of course, you've got to look for the attacks trying to penetrate that vulnerability. But how do you continue to evolve and develop signatures on the fly that can be behavior based, that can be anomaly based? AI is now here, right? It's mature enough to thwart and understand the anomalies. And I think what you guys are developing is perfect for that lineup to automate and detect and potentially block all in one with AI.
Yeah, and as you know, Brennan, one of the areas that we really took your counsel on, amongst others, hopefully, is explainability. So it's mapping back to, and I know you've done a lot of work with RAG and MITRE, and we now have in our Snowflake version and those that are deploying it on-prem the ability to map our incidents to MITRE attack. Maybe take us however long you want and talk about the importance of MITRE, sort of in lingua franca, if you will, in security.
Yeah, it's huge. I'm always putting myself in the shoes of an analyst. And when I first got started, I need a lot of upskilling, training, understanding. It's a burden for the analysts because they're just so overwhelmed with the fury of different types of attacks from the network, from hosts, from email phishing, from application security. I mean, the list goes on, right? So pairing the detection and the alert with a small amount of knowledge base helps the analyst grow, learn, and improve the overall security organization as a whole. So that is key to improving on an analyst level and the team level and the enterprise level, right? So throwing MITRE into the mix, great framework for how you understand attacks and growing and learning, and then mapping them is icing on the cake of a full-on detection alert with the context and understanding. Now, you can't put a full novel in there because the analyst is burdened and overwhelmed. So you gotta measure it in small little snippets that are concrete but still get the point across. And in the event that analyst needs to articulate why he escalated this attack, he can do so and tell his manager or tell that next tier of the SOC why this is important and why we need to take action.
Thank you for that. Any last, if you will, thoughts? What did I miss? What didn't I ask that we should talk about here? I mean, you hit it really clearly, I thought, but yeah, what else should we hit upon?
Yeah, I think it's the silver bullets of what we saw at some of the big conferences and the companies out there, and what sets Deep Tempo apart is that combination of AI and context and future proofing your SOC, future proofing your security enterprise to keep up and stay ahead of the attackers, which Deep Tempo is pretty deep and thorough in providing that full product.
Excellent. Yeah, if you are interested, please lean forward. You can try us out on Snowflake. You can get in touch and try us out literally in minutes or an hour on Snowflake if you carve out some time. And hopefully you'll learn a little bit about what we mean by collective defense, this notion of an ever improving set of models that better see potential attacks and augment your rules-based identifiers as well. So thank you, Brennan. Much appreciated.
My pleasure.